Good morning, y'all. Good morning, YouTube. I gotta pay my StreamYard bill. Y'all see the little icon at the top right there. But I wanted to talk this morning about um domestic violence and why normalize it. I wanted to ask y'all too. Do y'all still get y'all hair pressed? Cause I still get mine pressed, but look, it's starting to be nappy because I've been sweating so bad, but it's okay. But anyway, I want to talk about domestic violence and why are we normalizing it as Black women? Because I was talking to my granddaughter about domestic violence because she's a domestic violence survivor. And it had started happening when she was like 15, 16, and she's just now 18. And um, and we were just talking about it, and it's so normalized in the Black community. I don't know about other communities. I'm just talking about my community that I live in. And I was just trying to figure out who said it was normal. How did that end up being normal? Because it had to be something that we showed these young people that it was okay. And part of it is because I believe it's because we're so busy always trying to save Black men. You know what I mean? We need to save ourselves. For real. For real. We need to save ourselves. Because they're gonna be all right. They are. But nobody is sitting out caping and capping for the Black woman. Nobody. And so we've just got to start doing it ourselves and not being worried about what's going on with them because really their job is to worry about us. We've got the mission messed up. You know what I mean? We're always concerned and worried about what's best for them, what's gonna uh, go on with them, and they're not worried about that with us. Because I was like, look at all this stuff that's coming out with Diddy, with with just all the different male Black celebrities, you know, and that's just a portion of it. We don't talk about it, you know, in our life. We don't talk about and unfortunately, a lot of times the women, our granddaughters, our daughters, we don't let them know, hey, if he hits you, uh, you get on up out of there, because he can't hit you and love you too. You can't do the two things simultaneously. Now, I feel like our young women should not hit on the young men either. But if either person is hidden, they need to get up out of there. But that man can really, 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 really hurt you. My granddaughter has a scar right now from her ex, you know, throwing her in a tub, and it's a permanent scar right here. She also has a little scar right here. So we cannot normalize this stuff. Now with her, she knew better. It's just she called herself being in love. But my thing is that's one of the problems that this is a pajama day too, y'all. Honey, it's Saturday. And what is it? Saturday, November the December the 9th. And it's pajama day. But we can't normalize what's going on and be like, hey, it's cool. He gonna get better. He may get better. But that's not our job to make sure that he gets better. Our job as Black women, we have to protect one another. And if you see that something is going on, just last Sunday, my my smaller granddaughters, I have two sets of twin granddaughters. The smaller ones, their mom called. Her boyfriend was over there jumping on her. She's trying to get ready for work. This ninja don't even work, y'all. He got no job, and he's over there jumping on her. Uh, uh, the girls told me that he just reached in there and busted her nose. I called the police on him. I feel like this: if you're that bold, go to the penitentiary and box it out all you want to. But what you're not gonna do is box her, and she's 3 times smaller than you are. You're not gonna do it, you know. And she may take you back, but every time I know about it, I'm going to call the police on you. And when the police came, she was like, "Well, it's all right. He just busted my nose, and I just want to get to work." No, no, it's not okay. It's not. He's a whole grown man. And another thing, why come these men not going to work? Who are they to feel like we should take care of them? Take your lazy A to work. I understand you want to sit around and do your mollies or sit around and smoke your weed all day. Okay, so that's your problem. Don't pull anybody else into your mess. That's just how I feel about it. And we just gotta talk about this, y'all. We gotta talk about this. We cannot make this stuff normal. And if you listen to the rap, and these young women are talking about these men beating on them, we've made this normal. Some kind of way we've done this, and this is not okay. This is not okay. We got to go back to the times when Queen Latifah was letting them know, I'm not a B or a W. I ain't none of that. And don't call me that. And so when we start letting these men normalize calling you the B word, calling you the W word or whatever else, the H, whatever y'all call it, you cannot normalize this. It's not normal. It shouldn't be normal. And we've got to make sure that we say, hey, this is not okay. And tell our young men, this is not okay. So, some people will be left behind. And it's all right as a woman if you leave that man behind, because if he's so disrespectful that he's hitting on you, we need to leave them behind, you know. And I understand in your 20s, you think, well, I could square with him. You can't. That's why so many of you are getting deceased right now, because you can't square up with him, nor should you have to. This is supposed to be your protector. And if he's not man enough to be your protector, and that don't mean he always out in the street fighting. That just means that when you lay down beside him, you know he's gonna do whatever it takes to make sure that you're safe. And if he's not doing that, let him go. Let him go. It's all right. Let him go. Because sometimes they just don't have the capacity to be able to be who you need them to be. You know, I don't know why my picture looking a little sideways, y'all. I think it's the way my computer's sitting. But anyway, this has been TD here. I want y'all to have a good day, have a happy Saturday. But let's talk about it. Domestic violence is never okay. You can come in, Malachi. Y'all have a good one. Bye bye.